Hello, I am Jennifer with Essentially Homegrown, and today I am going to show you how simple it is to make a homemade mayonnaise with just a few healthy ingredients. Thank you for taking time to watch. We got Christian back here. He's my cameraman today. So, a little bit about this. I made several attempts to make homemade mayonnaise in the past using a regular blender, and I failed miserably every single time. It would be too runny, or I just didn't really ever get the right consistency. So I found a way to make mayonnaise using this immersion blender. It's much faster, and I always get the perfect consistency. So to start off, you want to have your ingredients at about room temperature. It helps with the emulsification process when you're making the mayonnaise. I've made it before when the ingredients weren't at room temperature and I didn't really notice a difference, so I don't think it's crucial, like, oh my goodness, I didn't set things out to make mayonnaise, now I can't make mayonnaise. Like I said, I've made it before and it still turned out okay. So don't fret if you don't have them at room temperature. So we have here, I have canola oil today, and you can really use any oil. I prefer to use a light colored and light flavored oil. You can use light tasting olive oil. You can use regular olive oil. So it's really about preference, but to have kind of the normal regular mayonnaise taste, I like to choose a lighter oil. You can use avocado oil, like I said, just about any oil you prefer, really, depending on how you want it to be flavored. And I just realized I didn't grab a tablespoon. I'm going to need one of those. Oh, you can put it back down, buddy. Thank you. Okay, so to start out, you can put it back down, Christian. Thank you. So to start out, you are going to put all of your ingredients except for your oil in the bottom. So we're going to use 1 egg. I see your shell.
That didn't work out very well.
Perfect. Okay, so 1 egg. 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, and if you don't have a fresh lemon, you can use apple cider vinegar. We usually have that handy in the refrigerator. I just planned on doing this, so I made sure that I had fresh lemons. So just fresh squeezed lemon juice. I've never made this with the bottles of lemon juice that you can get. I know sometimes in the produce, I got a seed in here. I'm trying to get it out. So I can't recommend that you use that. You can try it and see how it works, but I always use fresh lemon or apple cider vinegar. I prefer to make it with lemon because I think it tastes better. I can actually kind of taste the apple cider vinegar when I make it with that. So we have 1 egg, 1 tablespoon of lemon juice or apple cider vinegar, and then you're going to put about a teaspoon of mustard. You can use regular mustard. It's coming out the top. You can use regular mustard, Dijon mustard. I have spicy brown mustard just because that's what I have in the refrigerator. It really doesn't matter what kind of mustard you use. Again, it just depends on your preference. So you want about a teaspoon. And then you're going to add some salt. About a half a teaspoon of salt. And the salt can be left out too if you are watching your sodium or anything like that. So once you get all of those ingredients in here, you're actually going to put the immersion blender in and just give it a quick pulse. You want to make sure that you have your setting up on high. So mine's on the highest setting. And then just give it a quick pulse. You want to make sure you don't pulse it too much because that's actually going to start the emulsifying. So then see if I can do this without tipping the cup over. So then you're going to add 1 cup of the olive oil or whatever kind of oil you're using. I also wanted to mention about the container. If you don't have a cup that came with your immersion blender, you can use a wide mouth mason jar. Okay, so we're just going to add 1 whole cup of oil. And just give that a minute. You want to make sure that you see a separation. Usually I let it sit for about a minute or 2 to make sure it gets fully separated. But we can just go ahead and continue. So again, make sure your blender is on the highest setting. Then you're going to put your immersion blender all the way down to where it's touching the bottom of your container. And then you're going to hold it down. Hi Genevieve, we're doing a video of mayonnaise. Did you have a good bike ride?
Yeah.
All right. We're doing a live video. Say hi. You want to go stand over there and help Christian? I'm going to turn this on. It's going to be loud, so we're not going to be able to talk, okay? Okay, so, yep. Just put it down to where it's touching the bottom of the container. Make sure it's on high, and you're going to hold it down without letting go until you start to get a mayonnaise consistency. So I'm going to do that now. So that is it. You can see here that you have that nice, thick mayonnaise consistency. And then I always like to, oh, Christian wants to demo it. Okay. So you can spread it right on the sandwich. It's all right, buddy. I got it. Thank you. I'm just going to take this off. There. That's better. So, yep. Just spread it right on the sandwich. Thank you for getting that out, Christian. And then I always like to store mine in a mason jar. Ooh, that's really thick. Thumbs up. Genevieve says yes. We have mayonnaise. And then you can just scoop it right into your jar and seal it up. And there you have your quick, simple, homemade mayonnaise. Thank you for watching, and